Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? I don't know anything at all. What happened? What happened? People need their pound of flesh, man. Who is to blame for what we saw? The New York Giants lose to the Minnesota Vikings 28-6. 28-6. 28-6. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's nobody to defend. I don't want to defend anybody. It's crazy to me exactly what we saw, what I saw, what we witnessed. Now, a lot of people have been saying for a long time that it's why are we getting why would we anticipate anything else? Why would we think that anything else is going to happen? And guess what? Insanity, right? Doing the same thing, thinking you're going to get a different insanity. I'm insane. 28-6 to the Sam Darnold-led Minnesota Vikings. And I'll say this. Respect to the Minnesota Vikings. You came into our house. You whooped our butts. A lot of people, you felt like you were going to whip our butts, and you did that. You did that. But don't expect to whoop anybody else like you whooped us. That's for sure. You guys put up 21 points in the first half. Got held to 7 in the second half. New York Giants, as far as time of possession, it wasn't even that off. At one point in time, it was like 15 minutes to 15 minutes, the time of possession. But all the New York Giants could do is muster up two turnovers, and couldn't muster up anything but 6 points, 2 field goals. You can't have it. Who's to blame? Is it Daniel Jones? Is it Brian Dable? Is it Joe Shane? Is it Shane Bowen? Is it John Mara? Is it all of the above? All of the above. One person can't make this mess all by themselves. And one person could clean it. Well, one person could try to clean it up. But one person could hire the person that could try to clean this up. But it's looking real bad. And I understand it's one game. Saw Brian Dable at the podium. Nonchalant. I mean, what else can I expect the man to say? Not what we expected. We got to clean a lot of things up. You know what you need to clean? House. That's what you need to clean. House, but we can't do that. I understand that. But come on, man. Legends in the building. 100th year anniversary. We spent all this time with these promos for these jerseys that we're only going to wear once a year. Not even once. One time. I don't think we ever see these jerseys again. Ever. All this promo spent. All this advertisement for this jersey. You're sending the freaking, what do you call them? The season ticket holders, replica Super Bowl rings and fancy boxes. Lawrence Taylor walking out. The captains for the coin toss. Phil Simms, Eli Manning in the building. And what do? You lay an egg. You lay an egg. People were all ready to go off with what Saquon Barkley did against the Eagles. The one saving grace you had in that situation, if you care about that situation, was going out there and getting a victory. Not only did I want a victory, I wanted to get touchdowns from Singletary, Gray, Jones going out there, and Neighbors, and Hyatt, and all this stuff that I was thinking about. All the anticipation that I had, the optimism that I had, the homerism that I have, felt like it just got taken away from me. Gone. I was already in a show and prove type of mood where I felt like, there's nothing saying that the New York Giants could be good, but I'm hoping that the New York Giants are going to be good. I'm hoping that they're going to surprise me and do some things. I'm looking at the roster. I'm looking at some of these players. We got some players. Can we put this thing together? Shane Bowen is known for stopping the run. Can we get some edge? We brought Brian Burns in here. We got to get this pressure. What pressure? What pressure? Sam Darnold. I wish I knew his middle name because I would say his whole name just for emphasis. But Sam Darnold cooked us in the first half. He didn't do it in the second half, but in the first half, that one drive in the second half, he did. But the New York Giants got cooked by Sam Darnold. Now, we did make mistakes. We did have some penalties, but they did too. We did have turnovers, but they did too. But what's the difference? What's the difference between the Vikings and the Giants in the turnover game? They capitalized off their turnovers. They scored points, touchdowns with their turnovers. They didn't have to settle for field goals. Well, the New York field goal Giants, man. What are we talking about here, man? You know what you did today, Giants? The last surviving people with a lot of optimism, a lot of hope, some homerism as well. A lot of those people don't have it anymore. They don't have that hope anymore. Now we're just sitting here waiting. We're sitting here waiting to see what the New York Giants do against the Washington Commanders next week. Are you kidding me? 6 seasons with Daniel Jones. In 6 seasons, you see a lot of the same mistakes. I'll be lying if I said this was 100% Daniel Jones' fault. Not 100%, because Brian Dable holds a lot of blame. Guess what Joe Shane did do? With all the bad that Joe Shane did, that offensive line held up pretty well. It wasn't perfect. It may be a more decisive quarterback makes that offensive line look even better. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't a perfect situation for Daniel Jones at all. But when you pay like a franchise quarterback, you hold the weight of the franchise on your back. And you fumbled. You fumbled it. You dropped us. The last few people that were still holding on to that hope is gone. It's gone. And now it's not even about hope next week. Now it's about, can you be watchable? How much pride do you have? How bad are we going to lose? Are we going to make it respectable? Can we beat other bad teams? That's the hole we got to dig ourselves out of right now. And that's for the people that want to dig themselves out of the hole. Some people have dug that hole, jumped in it, and don't even want to move. They just want to wait to the end of the season, see what happens with this regime. Anything happens. Anything goes, and it is what it is after that. And I'm just saying, for me, I can't listen. I will do it because I'm a Giants fan at the end of the day. I will do it, but It's not cool. It's not cool, man. It is not cool. And it doesn't feel good being a New York Giants fan today. I will say that. It doesn't feel good being a New York Giants fan today. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. 16 games left in the season. Brian Dable says they got some cleaning up to do. A lot of cleaning up to do. And guess what? Now it's all about making moves for the future while also trying to preserve your job. What's the next move for the New York Giants? And there's a lot of people going around saying you can't point the finger at just Daniel Jones. You're absolutely right. You can't point the finger at just Daniel Jones, but 3 regimes. Common denominators. There's one universal language, and that's mathematics. And the common denominator between Shermer and Judge and Dable and Reese and Shane, the one common denominator, Jason Garrett, the one common denominator is number 8, man. Is number 8. And he already knows it. He can't have these type of performances. We got to get better is what he said at the podium. We got to do better. We got to get better. No, well, yeah, but you got to be better. Whatever happened to the kid in 2019 that was a gunslinger? What happened to that kid? You weren't perfect. Nobody's asking you to be perfect, but we're asking you to play ball. We're asking you to play ball, Daniel Jones. Brian Dable, we're not asking you to be Bill Belichick, but we're asking you to call a comparable game. You got to make the adjustments. You saw the first few series, everybody thought Brian Flores was going to be blitzing. Everybody believed that it was just going to be his style. He did not do that. We had heavy personnel in there, 3 tight ends in there. Heavy personnel. We ran the BS motion that was just used to try to confuse the defense, and the defense didn't move. The defense didn't move. You were trying to identify whether it was man coverage or zone. The defense did not move. They didn't give us anything pre-snap for the most part. Not every play, but for the most part. And when it came to who was coaching better or who coached the best game or who drew up the best game plan for their team, it was the Minnesota Vikings. No debating. Wasn't even close. And when it came to the adjustments at the second half, I saw Shane Bowen make some adjustments, but it wasn't enough. Where was Isaiah Simmons? Milk box. Where was Jalen Hyatt? In the first half, in the first couple of series, milk box. Neighbors got a couple of targets. Wandell got a couple of targets. Slayton got a couple of targets. We had running backs dropping passes. Theo Johnson, the pass, either he caught the pass was either short or behind him or in the dirt, or he dropped it. I don't know, man. We got another game against the Commanders next week. And I'm putting my seatbelt on. Seatbelt on, not just a regular seatbelt. Whatever them rally car drivers we have and however they strapped in, buckled in, that's the kind of support I need right now for this drive, for this ride, this season. I need the rally car restriction, whatever. Somebody let me know what that's called. I need that, not just one seatbelt. I need the whole contraption, the apparatus. I need all that to prepare myself and to make it through this ride of the 2024 season for the New York Giants. And that's my rant, man. That's my rant. The New York Giants lose to the Minnesota Vikings 28-6, and I'm over it. I'm done. I'm done.
We got the